Hi, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today I wanted to give you an update on the Slouchy PM. I want to do a Louis Vuitton Wishlist unboxing with you, and I want to do a little channel update with you. I didn't want to make a whole video dedicated to any of these one things because they're small. This will probably be a very short video. Before we get into all that, if you're new to my channel, my name is Melinda. If you're returning, thank you so very much. For those of you who have recently subscribed, thank you so much. For those of you who have ever subscribed, thank you so much. If you have not done so already, I would just absolutely love it if you would hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification, and why not just join us and have some fun. So as usual, the jewelry of the day, the Farandole earrings, the Farandole necklace. Nothing has changed since the last video, just all Hermes and my wedding set. So let's talk about the Slouchy PM first. So I got that box. It was a true unboxing. I got the big box from, that comes shipping in, and I came in here and I filmed immediately. And I said, I'm gonna go play with it for a little bit. That consisted of me putting my things in it and walking around the room once. And I thought that bag was absolutely beautiful. Actually, that's the last time I wore this jacket. I remember that. I don't know what shirt I had on underneath it, but I wore this jacket. And I thought, oh, it feels fine. When I first took it out and was looking at it, I'm like, that strap looks a little bit short. Well, it felt fine with this jacket, but for the next several days, and I should never have said, I'm keeping it, it's a winner, because I didn't have it long enough to make that decision, so clearly it has gone back. But the next several days I tried it on with different outfits, and even if you got it to slouch down into that V-shape formation, it bulked out so much on the sides that it was very awkward on your arm. So I forgot to bring what I wanted to show you. Hang on one second. I grabbed my Graceful. You'll see why in a minute. So I went ahead and sent it back, and I called my local sales associate and I asked, do you have it in the MM size? And I went in to get that and try it on. I assumed that I would like it more, and I did not. And that's why I wanted to bring this one out here to show you. So the MM size really goes down into a deep V, and I've seen so many videos where people absolutely love it, and if you love it, that is wonderful. I think it is adorable. I think it's super cute, but the MM really went down, and I had two fears. Many of you know my loop hobo. Not once, but twice, the GM was defective. I will insert a picture of the waves. The bag went down like this. And I was talking to one of the managers in the store, and I told her about that because that was with a different store. And she said, do you wear your bags every day? And my daughter kind of started laughing, and I did too. I'm like, I got a lot of bags. I don't wear anything every day. I said both of those bags did that with, I would say, no more than 8 uses, and if that, I would be surprised. So the reason I brought this out is just to show you the MM on the shoulder was equally as uncomfortable with your arm out, whereas the Graceful, because it doesn't slouch as much, it just completely mushes in and melts to your body. I do not want this one in the Damier Azur. I wanted something different. I have one Damier Azur bag. It is my Neo Noe bucket bag. It was a limited edition. It's super cute, and that's fine. Hopefully something will eventually come out in Damier Azur that works for me, but for all of you that it works for, I'm really happy for you. I think it is an amazing bag. We all feel things completely differently, and that's just that's just how it rolled for me. I really wanted to like it. I really did. I loved that microfiber interior. I loved what the PM held. That's all I need, and I really wanted that size to work for me. So let's do a little short channel update, and then we'll move into that unboxing. I'm sure you have noticed that I have not been on here or on Instagram quite as much this year. I am kind of slowing down. For the last several years, I would say starting in 2022, maybe even a little bit in 2021, I've been doing a lot of changes on my channel where it's not just luxury, it's not just unboxings. I have been doing travel vlogs, I have been doing gardening and cooking, I've been doing vlogs with my daughters, all sorts of different things, and I've actually done quite well. Last year was the year that I left. When I left that year, I was gone for 8 months. That year that I left out on was the highest paid I'd ever had on YouTube. Last year beat that year significantly. This year I am just not hustling. I am just not doing it. And I went through all of my analytics, and there's just videos I'm just not going to do anymore. And the main one is travel. I am not going to do it. I don't mind it. I kind of do enjoy it, because when I don't do it, because I didn't do it for 8 months, I tend to forget to take pictures, but it's just not worth it in terms of analytics, the cooking, all of those things. They don't, I get nothing back out of all that work. And I want to make money. If I'm going to do this, I want to make money. I don't expect to make, a lot of money, but I want to, it's a lot of work. You have no idea how many hours go into editing a travel vlog. And, and then there's just people complain, and you have to buy extra equipment, and I'm just not going to do it. I will share some pictures on Instagram perhaps of our travels. If I get in the mood to do a gardening or a cooking vlog, I will, but I'm just not prioritizing that. I am not prioritizing. I was trying to have at least 2 videos a week last year. I'm not prioritizing that either. I have turned down a lot of sponsorships. I don't want this to feel like a job. I tell you all that this is my job because I just paid a lot of taxes. I could have bought a really nice bag with those taxes. It's a job. However, I want it to feel fun, and the only people that I will work with on sponsorships are ones that I truly believe in their products, and I truly, truly enjoy them. And I've always been that way. I have sent many things. Well, usually they tell me to keep them. I guess I've never sent anything back. I have said no many, many times upon receiving the product. I'm like, absolutely not. And it's hilarious. One of the people that I worked with, well, I didn't work with them. I told them no. Probably 5 years ago. It's a pillow, and it hurt my neck so badly. And I wrote them and I said, there is no way I am sharing this with my audience. There is 0 way. They're like, did you read the instructions? I'm like, yes, I can read. I read the instructions. It is a stupid design for a pillow, and I will not have anybody else neck feel the way mine feels. There was a jewelry brand that sent me jewelry, and my husband said it before me because he was in the kitchen as I was opening it, and he's like, you can't show that to your audience. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. There's a lot of brands I have said no to. Once the product comes, usually I say no before we get to that point. But yeah, so just so you know, when I do sponsored videos, I take it very seriously that what I'm sharing with you is a good company, and I work with, some of the best jewelry companies, I feel. So let's get into that unboxing now. Obviously, it is sunglasses, if you remember from my wish list. So I tried these on in the store, but I had them shipped to me. So the ones in the store had a giant security thing on them, and my sales associate was busy at the moment, so she did take it off. But who knows how many people had tried them on and off. So they felt a little bit big to me, so I'm hoping these don't go back. I am not going to make you any promises until I have taken them to my optician, because if I do keep them, I will be switching these into prescription lenses. These are my very first sunglasses I've ever had from Louis Vuitton, and I do believe that Louis Vuitton and Cartier are probably, and Maui Jim, and what is it my husband wears? He wears them all the time. Smith. I think they're Smith. They're ski glasses. I don't know. I don't ski. I have no coordination. But they're some of the few brands that are not made by Luxottica, and you will never see them like Fendi. You'll see Fendi at like Off Fifth or Nordstrom Rack, something like that. But there's a little booklet that comes with it. So I was just curious to try these, and I do not have my receipt in front of me. I do not remember what they are called. I think they're the Go 14 GM size. I think that's what they were called. So this is that's kind of a ridiculous, if you wanted a hard case, that's kind of, it's cute, it's shaped like a trunk, but I would never carry that in my purse. And then they come inside of, oh, maybe it'll say on the tag, the soft case. And does it say on the tag? No, it does not. So I'll try to write it down below, but let's see if they fit better not being tried on by who knows how many people. So they have a little plastic here, and they are black, and I like a bigger radius, whatever you're going to call it. I like a bigger sunglass because I like that eye protection. And I have wrinkles, trust me, yes I do, but I don't have crinkles, not yet. I'm sure they're coming, but I've been wearing sunglasses daily since I was 13 or 14 when I started driving, which was a little illegal, but that's okay. My dad said it was the only way he could get me to talk to him. He'd take me out and teach me how to drive. So we did that until I got my license. But here they are. They have the LV on the side, and they don't have, there's nothing on the lenses. They don't say Louis Vuitton, so that won't affect anything about changing them. And if you're wondering, if you ever go into Louis Vuitton and you also need to switch to prescriptions, these are made in Italy, there is a little eyeglass. I'm not sure that that will show up or not, but there's a little eyeglass there. And if you see that little eyeglass, it means you can switch them to prescription lenses. So what do we think? What do we think? I like the coverage. They feel similarly loose as they did in the store on the bridge of my nose. So I'm not sure if that is something, I look like Minnie Pearl. They started putting tags on things. I'm not sure if that is something, just hide it. If that is something that they can adjust or not. They thought in the store, I'm trying to like squat down so you're not getting like the ring lights coming back at you. They thought that they could, but I do have 30 days, so I really do like them, but they do need to be a little bit tighter. But I like them. I do. I like them. They're a lot lighter than my Chanel's. It's been over 2 years since I have bought a pair of designer sunglasses, and I'll tell you why I have no problem buying designer sunglasses. I've always, like I said, since I was 13, 14 years old, have worn sunglasses every single day. But especially now that I need prescriptions, I don't rotate them. So I will wear a prescription pair for a couple of years in a row. I have some designer sunglasses from before that I have not put prescription lenses in, and I'll wear those at the beach or somewhere, you know, where I don't need to see. I need distance. So I need them for driving and that kind of stuff. But what do you think? Do they look too big? I'm trying not to have the ring lights on you. And the tag is quite distracting. But anyway, so that's why the bag went back. That is the channel changes. I just want this to be fun, and I'll be honest, it hasn't been feeling that fun lately. And so it is something that I enjoy, and I don't want to give it up. And so I need to figure out how to make it fun. Let me take this off. Let me show you the last details. And I think to make it fun is to make it more relaxing. When I came back the last time, I used to put so much pressure on myself to fully curl my hair, to have on fake eyelashes, to put on just, you know, filming makeup. And I just am myself. Since I came back, I've worn fake eyelashes maybe 5 times in a year and whatever it's been that I've been back, and maybe not even that much. I mean, I like fake eyelashes, but you know, I don't know. It needs to be happy and fun for me. But I hope you have an amazing day today, and I hope to talk to you very soon. And I hope they come out with some more Damier Azur bags. Like, come on, and some Damier Ebene. Come on, do it. Just come out with some more. Take care. Bye-bye.